Hey, what's up YouTube? Double Law Josh coming at you guys today with my 48th vacuum sealing video, and we're just going to keep going with this American Eagle 9mm 115 grain FMJ that I showed you in the previous few videos. And to get started, we need to take some measurements, of course. Let's go ahead and start with the box. So when we look at the width or the depth, you'll see that we need about 1.4 inches on one side and about 2.7 inches on this other side. In one of my previous videos, I went over the exact measurements. Okay, so then when you look at the actual bag for the seal itself, and this was either the previous one that we did on camera or one of the previous ones. Anyway, so when you look at the bag itself, you'll see that you'll need about 1 inch on the bottom seal and about 4 inches on the top part of the seal here. I'm going to put this aside, and then going right back to the ammo, I went ahead and cut out the barcode because of the rebate coming up, so that's why there's a hole right there. Alright, so getting back to the measurements, when you add up those four measurements, you'll see that you need about 9.1 or 9 and 1/16 of an inch of bag to cut out. But I round that down to about 9 inches, and it worked in the previous on the previous boxes, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do again, is measure out about 9 inches right up top here. Alright, so that'd be 9 inches, and alright, I think that's about good. Yep, about 9 inches there. Okay, and here's a better view, so as you can see, that's about 9 inches. Okay. And something else I'm going to do is try to get the bag to lay nice and flat across here. And then, you just slide this little bar across just like that, this little knob. Okay, and so we just cut out like a sleeve, and now we just need to seal off one end just like previously. Let's go ahead and turn on the machine. We're going to press seal first, of course. We're going to see the red light of death, as I like to call it. And let's go ahead and seal off one end of this sleeve to make a bag. Okay, it just released it, and there's our seal. Looks pretty good. And now we need to wait 20 seconds for the machine to cool down. So it's 5:15:31. And while the machine's cooling down, I'm going to go ahead and get a sticky note ready with today's date on it. And today is 12/19/17, 2017 that is. So let me just write that down really quick here. Okay, got it on a sticky note. And the next thing I'm going to do is put it somewhere on the box that's not covering up important information, such as the backside here. Alright, that looks pretty good there. Okay, let's go ahead and drop it inside of our bag. And I know I mentioned this in some of the previous videos, but when I drop inside the bag, I'm going to put the flimsy end next to this hole so that it could suck out as much air out of the hole as possible. And then the other thing is I'm going to try to center the box of ammo in the middle of the bag as much as possible. Alright, and then when we insert it in the machine, we need to make sure it's curled side down. Let's take a look at our time. Right now it's 5:16:32 or 33, so at least 20 seconds have passed, so we're good. Alright, and I'm also going to pull the bag nice and taut right down here as close to the box as possible. And then when the machine starts working, I'm going to just kind of like glide the bag in closer so that the machine has plenty of slack to work its magic. So let's go ahead and get her done. Okay, so pulling the alright, some last minute OCD kicking in. Okay, so I'm going to pull the bag nice and taut as close to the box as possible, and then I'm going to feed it inside the machine. Okay, it's starting to work. And then I'm going to slide the box of ammo a little bit closer to the machine, just like that. Okay. Okay, and it just released it. All right, looks pretty good. And let me see if I can get this on camera. You guys see how it kind of went into that hole a little bit with the plastic? Looks pretty good. All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching, subscribing, and have a great night.